EA Sports, within the game. Yep, you've got one guy going boom, the other guy going whap, and the guy trying to run it in for the score, and he's going nowhere.
What I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates, all my bars on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me, and my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wilding out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. Heart of a lion, my time, here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving, moving. We making movies, moving. I get the chance and take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder. I am a ball that I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking. My mind too right. My grind too tight. This head rhyme too nice. This my world, my life. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Super Bowl opponents twice in the 80s, and they're back at it here. The Bengals and Niners are underway. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And some room to roam now. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
I'm not sure exactly how they would phrase it in their own locker room, but that's a yardage grab right there. To be able to get that amount of yardage on the first play of the game and a change field position to the positive side, you got to love the way they're getting started.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. What a spin. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 56 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. He's off to a great start here in this first quarter. It seems like this defense is probably going to have trouble containing him.
I would agree with that. I love the observation. And here's the thing. Their game plan coming to fruition. You knew that they came in thinking that they could run it, and now they're proving that they can and doing it in a big way.
On first down, it's Purdy. Being chased out left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Here's Purdy. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road. You're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on. Long way to go in this one.
Here we go. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bengals use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Purdy to throw it on first down. Looking deep for Jennings. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Play action. It's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. He'll get it inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Jamar Chase. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Play action. Now Purdy.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you.
Throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
McCaffrey will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown.
Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
T. Higgins,
71 yards.
And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So,
and for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. The 20, 10.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Burrow going to keep it on the sneak.
And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
Mixon.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Mixon again.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals continue to pull away here in this first half. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here.
They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously, such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing here, Purdy.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Eli Apple.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he goes down at the 26, a pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down.
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bengals are an extra point.
Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Purdy.
And now here is another interception. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I
would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they were very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
They go play action with Burrow. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down.
On third down, Mixon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Burrow on play action. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bengals will extend it.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And it's incomplete, but a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. Oh, and the Bengals look like they got it back. They did. Bengal football. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And they go play action now. Burrow. That is taken in by Hurst. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Hayden Hurst, 26 yards.
And the Bengals just continue to roll.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Now the Niners get there and bring him down.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2.
And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Flush to his right.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right, when he was flushed from the pocket.
And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for two is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now Burrow on first down. Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Toward the pylon, caught. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Pick your game up. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. Hey, they're scared.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Niners take advantage of the short.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An explosive 38-yard pickup. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Here we go.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Again, that's Hurst. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Hayden Hurst with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bengals are pouring it on. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. And the 49er hands team does its job. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them and feel.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this 3rd quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. They'll roll him out right. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Burrow doing it himself from 9 yards out. And the Bengals take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
26, Mike. 26, Mike.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of 13 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
From the gun, it's Lance.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted.
And the Bengals force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the 2nd half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Burrow's throw caught by Higgins.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down. Here's Burrow.
And that one complete once again to Higgins. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
12.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Flushed out right.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? After the encroachment penalty, here's 2nd and 5.
11 MT, 11 MT. 50 seconds, Mike. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He will find his man Chase complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Jamar Chase,
33 yards. And the Bengals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Oh, and the Bengals look like they got it back. They did. Bengal football. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Burrow with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And the Bengals continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And the 49er hands team does its job. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
They came with a safety blitz, and Daxton Hill got home. From midfield, here's Lance.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever...
And how about this, a fake?
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
4th and short in this part of the field. You just noticed special teams coordinator was rallying the team saying, watch the fake, but Brandon, don't they usually say that on every punting situation?
Oh, yeah, they can be up 40 in the 4th quarter. That's their job. They scream that every time.
And this time, though, his team locked in, and they were well aware that it truly was a situation that they could fake it.
There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, 57 yards.
And the Bengals have got it on cruise control. And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward.
And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Oh, and the Bengals look like they got it back. They did. Bengal football. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's brought down. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Oh, and the Bengals look like they got it back. They did. Bengal football. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are 2 very tough things to do.
Takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs him the kicking. And this is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now the Bengals will again line up to go for 2. They'll look to throw. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Burrow looking to pass. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Look like they got it back. They did. Bengal football. All right, here's a captain obvious setup. That all starts with a kick. If that's no good, this doesn't work out.
But it's not just the kick, as you well know. You're right, it all starts with that, but think of everything that has to happen for it to be successful. The kick has to be great. Then someone has to come up with the football, whether...
And this is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left, and their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
It's complete, and he will not make it to the goal line as this try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. The 49er hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that, just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
Taking a shot for Samuel.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Lance.
And this one is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Steps away to his left. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here we go. 45. White.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bengals will get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. Let's set a tone.
Now Burrow. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Here we go.
2nd and 9.
It's just me and you. Here we go. 180. 12, 12, 12. 11.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Mike 57. Let's go.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Burrow. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. He's got room at the 30.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Burrow will throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Oh, and the Bengals look like they got it back. They did. Bengal football. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to...
He's got a man, complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
But, Charles, in this win, they've really just had one speed, and that's been all out. They're still driving the ball downfield despite the circumstances and the big lead, and they just continue to find ways to get into the end zone with ease.
They're certainly in that zone where almost everything they try is successful and often leads to points. Teams don't get those types of games very often, so when they do, many of them just want to take advantage of it to the last second.
That's caught. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Look like they got it back. They did. Bengal football. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's Burrow. Slant pass to Boyd. He's got room at the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And oh, he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Partner, it took a while for him to lock onto a receiver, and he finally found his man coming left to right across the formation. But by the time he got the ball to him, not much of a chance to turn upfield and make anything out of it.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. And Burrow going to throw again. He's got Hurst, his tight end. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. Now it's Burrow. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. team does its job. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
They'll get this complete to Charlie Werner.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. On 2nd down, McCaffrey.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. McCaffrey running up the middle. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
This is McCaffrey on the give.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
Set, hut, red, 38.
One final try now for Lance.
Eluding the pressure right. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I tell you what, I can't remember